Hey roofers, in this video I'm going to tell you exactly why you absolutely, without question, have to start a YouTube channel before the end of this year. In fact, the roof that I'm on right now came to us directly as a lead from YouTube. The homeowner had watched a bunch of our videos. That's what motivated her to call. You know what the best thing about it is? We've got some videos out there that give a list of questions to ask roofers. She printed those off and asked all the other roofers who came to the house those questions. In that instance, who do you think is going to have all the right answers? This doesn't just apply to roofers. If you are a small business person, whether you're an owner or you work for a small business in a service industry, you need a YouTube channel. Whether you're a painter, whether you're a landscaper, whether you're a plumber, an electrician, heck, even if you're a mortician, you need a YouTube channel. So by now you might be asking me, Trace, why do I need a YouTube channel so bad? Well, let's dive into that. First of all, we all know that Google is the most popular search engine in the universe. But do you know what the second most popular search engine is? If you said YouTube, you would be correct. More and more people are using YouTube to search for things on the internet because by nature, we all want to view information instead of read it. So video is the primary media that's being consumed on the internet today. So if there were no other reason than that, that's why you and your business needs to be on YouTube, is so that you can be found by the most popular search engine in the universe, Google. Second, since YouTube is owned by Google, the more relevant information that you have on YouTube, the higher in the search results you're going to rank on Google, because Google wants to deliver content. Google and YouTube both want to deliver relevant content to the people that are doing searches. So the better content that you have and the more content that you have on YouTube, the higher you're going to show up in the Google search results. Bottom line is, if you are trying to rank higher in the organic Google results, or if you're paying somebody a bunch of money to SEO you so that you rank higher in the organic search results, one of the best ways to do that is by having a robust YouTube presence. All right, a third reason why you need to have a YouTube channel, YouTube videos, is because for whatever reason, we all have this natural tendency to trust people that we see appear on video giving us information. It's like the Walter Cronkite effect. For those of you old enough to remember who Walter Cronkite was. So as long as you're not using your videos to try to constantly sell somebody something, but instead you're using your videos to give people useful, helpful information, then you become like a consultant that somebody gets for free just for doing a search on the internet, and then you pop up with all your helpful information. So now you are this trusted advisor, this trusted consultant, instead of just another salesman trying to sell them something. So if people have benefited in some way from the information that you've given them, guess who it is that they're going to trust more when they're interviewing 2 or 3 or more people from your industry to give them something that they need, or to sell them something that they need. You're going to rise to the top on the trust factor. Okay, the fourth reason that you need to be on YouTube is because YouTube decentralizes things. It levels the playing field. So you don't need an advertising agency, you don't need a marketing agency, you don't need ad execs, you don't need to talk to people, salesmen who are trying to sell you TV ads or radio ads. If you want to produce something, you can do it. You get to decide. You're the one that's in power. You're the one that's in control. I mean, here's a great example. One of the YouTube channels that I really like watching is called Hike, Camp, Climb. The guy has been on YouTube, I think, for about 2.5 years. He has 438,000 subscribers. His videos have been viewed almost 71 million times in that time frame. And all it is him just walking in the woods and going on overnight camping trips. And he doesn't even talk in the videos. I can guarantee you that would never sell to a TV station. And at 71 million views over 2.5 years, I'd be willing to bet that that's more views than CNN has. But then that brings up the best thing about YouTube. Not only does it give you all that power, not only does it give you the ability to craft your own message and get in front of your targeted audience, but you can do it all for free. YouTube doesn't cost you anything. Go out there and sign up for a Gmail account. Boom, you've got a YouTube account and you can start posting videos. It's free. And one more nice thing about YouTube is that it has been proven through the experience of hundreds, maybe even thousands of business people, business owners, that it produces leads, which result in sales. I can't think of a better reason than that to be on YouTube. Now, you might be tempted to think, hey, I'm a roofer. I'm not a social media influencer, nor do I want to be one. Think of yourself instead as a content creator. Or how about this? If you're a roofer, think of yourself as a roofing consultant that is educating homeowners. And you just happen to be using YouTube and video to do it. But your objections to starting a YouTube channel and getting on YouTube are important. So let's talk about them. We're going to break down your objections, and I'm going to overcome each one of your objections so that when we're all done, you agree, I need to get on YouTube. Okay, your first objection might be, I've worked in the roofing industry for years, maybe even decades. Why do I need to be on YouTube now? I don't want to have anything to do with something that's associated with cat videos or gamer videos or makeup videos, people that don't do real work. But if you've been in the roofing industry for years or decades, like you say, then think about this. You have wealth of knowledge stored up that would make you an instant trusted authority if you started publishing videos on YouTube. Because remember, like I said, for whatever reason, we all have this thing in our brain that compels us to trust helpful, beneficial information that we see presented on video by somebody that seems credible and trustworthy. Because if you have videos that answer questions that people have about their roof or about the process, then you become the de facto authority on that subject in your local market. Not even in your local market, wherever the videos can be watched, you become the authority. Or the opposite objection that you might have to that is you just got into this. Maybe you're a salesman for a roofing company, or maybe you just started your own company and you haven't been doing this for years or decades like some of the others. Don't worry about that either, because whatever information that you know that you can present on videos, that you know what you're talking about, just remember that people are out there looking for answers to their questions. That means that if they don't know the answer to a question that you know the answer to, they know less than you. Therefore, even though you're new at this, you're still an authority from their regard. Now, objection number 3 might be, I'm not comfortable being on camera. Well, that's a pretty common one, right? Not very many of us are comfortable being on camera, but let me ask you this question. If you're sitting across the table from somebody who wants to interview you to be their roofing contractor, and they're asking you questions and you're very confident that you know the answers to those questions, are you comfortable in that situation? My guess is you probably are. For example, if you're sitting with a homeowner and the homeowner asks you, how long will it take to install my asphalt shingle roof? Are you comfortable answering that question? If somebody says, well, what's the advantage of a metal roof over a shingle roof? Are you comfortable answering that question? My guess is that you are. And if you are comfortable answering those questions when you're sitting across from somebody, all you have to do is take that mindset and translate it to doing video. So that when you're doing a video, all you're doing is answering those questions that people have, and you're giving those authoritative, confident answers that you would give if you were sitting across the table from somebody. Then if you're not comfortable being on camera, like, just talking heads, standing behind your desk, answering questions like that, then put yourself in an environment where you are comfortable. Like, for example, for me, I'm super comfortable walking in the woods, and then I just intuitively think to myself that I'm on a walk with somebody that's asking me these questions. So we're just walking here on the trail, and you're asking me questions about roofing, and I'm answering those questions. Or like for this one, you're asking me, why do I need a YouTube channel? And so here we are in one of my favorite places, just going for a walk in the woods, and I'm telling you why you need a YouTube channel. The point is, put yourself in whatever environment you need to be to feel comfortable and to feel like you're just talking with somebody else. Objection number 4 might be, well, I'm just a salesman. I'm not the owner of the company. Why does that matter? Just because you're not the owner of the company doesn't mean that you can't be or aren't an authority in your industry. Doesn't mean that you can't answer the questions that people have. The only consideration that you might need to make is to get approval from the company owner to start doing videos, because you're presenting and representing his or her company. You might need to get approval, prior approval about the content of the videos you're going to shoot. And then you may also need to get final approval on the finished videos. Other than that, you can still be the authority. You can still make videos. Get out there and do it. Objection number 5 is probably, I don't have a good camera. Well, what is it that you're watching this video on? 80% of you are watching this on a phone that has camera quality that would have been good enough to make TV commercials 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago. I'm telling you, you got this. You can do it. In fact, here's a side-by-side video that I shot on my phone. You tell me, is it good enough quality? I think it is. Objection number 6 might be, well, I don't have editing software. Well, guess what? Every PC, laptop, even your phone comes with software that you can use to edit the videos that you make. Or if you don't know how to do it and you don't want to take the time to learn how to do it, hire some high school student or college student that's interested in videography. Make that a mutually beneficial relationship there. If you don't want to do that, hire somebody on Fiverr. Well, objection number 7 is probably the most important one. It's probably the biggest one that people have, and that's, I don't know what I would talk about. I don't know what I would make videos about. Well, let's talk through that one, because like I say, that one is pretty important. Well, I want you to think about this. When you sit down with a homeowner to do your sales presentation, are you at a loss for words? Do you not know what to talk about? When the homeowners start asking you questions, do you not know how to answer those questions? All of those kinds of things are the types of topics that you can talk about on video. Now, you're a roofer, right? You get on roofs, right? When you do inspections, surely there are things that come up while you're doing your inspections that would be of interest to a homeowner. There's probably common things that you find during an inspection. For example, the neoprene pipe jacks that tend to start to disintegrate. Why do they do that? There's a topic for you. Is a roof underventilated or overventilated? There's a topic for you. Those kinds of things come from being on roofs and doing inspections. My point is, find things to talk about that your potential customers are interested in. Don't try to use your videos to sell outright or to be flagrant in trying to sell. Your viewers, your prospective customers don't care what you think of you, what you think of your company. They only care about one thing. They care about themselves, and they care about their house and their roof. use your past experiences in the roofing industry to write down a list of the kinds of things that you know homeowners want to know about. Talk about what's important to your viewer. So I'm going to give you a challenge. Sit down and write out a list of questions that you get from your potential customers or your customers. Make a full list of those. It can be everything from just mundane things like how long will it take to do my roof, to something maybe a little bit more complex like, would you recommend that I upgrade to metal instead of shingle? Then I want also for you to write down a list of the common things that you find or that you look for during an inspection. I'd be willing to bet, here's the challenge. I want you, throughout those two exercises, to come up with a list of 50 different topic ideas that you can make videos about. That gives you a whole year. If you do one video a week, that gives you a whole year's worth of video topics. Another thing is stories. We love stories. We love hearing other people's stories. We love finding out how the stories turn out in the end. Everybody wants a happy ending. So if you've encountered a prospective client or a client that has a story maybe of a previous roofing experience or any type of problem that eventually got resolved, tell that story. If you can get the homeowner in the video with you, even better. But most homeowners won't want to be in the video with you. That's okay. Tell their story. Tell what the problem was and how it got resolved and what the happy ending was. Because what that kind of video does for a viewer is it tells the viewer what to watch out for based on the experience of other people like him. Other kind of stories that you can do is if you get called out to do an inspection for a repair, if the repair was easily diagnosed and repaired, tell what the problem was and how you fixed it. If it's more complex, tell the story of how you did the detective work to figure out what the problem was and then how you fixed it. Bottom line is that YouTube is a way for you as a local business owner to position yourself as the trusted expert in your area, as the trusted advisor, the counselor, the consultant, the person that somebody would trust to bring alongside to help them through the whole process. Because if you think about it, putting on a roof can be a scary process for somebody who doesn't know the ins and outs of it all. You can be the one that is the friend that comes along to help them. All right, I hope that's been helpful information. If you've got questions about your roof, whether you need a roof replacement, whether you need a roof repair, give us a call right up here at our office phone number, 719-433-6991. You can also visit our website. That's right down here, homesteadroofingcolorado.com. We've got a ton of information out there, blogs, videos, all of it educational. Also, if you've got a question that you'd like us to answer in video format, leave those in the comments section down below because we read and respond to all questions that we get on our videos. Please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon up there so that way you get notified when we got new videos. And until our next Walk in the Park video, I'm Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing.